so that it can last. This journey we're back on, it's a long journey. And I've met Shoni. When Sean and I met, he wasn't married. I'm looking for Femi now. Where's Femi? Or his house now? Where's Femi? Most of these guys were not married. Now that dad is gone. I don't want to say big daddies. All of them are bigger than me, it's okay. But you see, this stage you are is temporal. You're going to transition next. Well, how you prepare for your next phase is very dependent on what you do with this stage. If you don't have friends that can tell you the truth, when you become rich, you'll be alone. Money does not keep company. It's friends that keep company. Relationship. You can have, honestly, maybe because I came up from a poor background, I used to think people are millionaires that they have two heads. Hey, no, Moshe. If your character is bad, if you have money, it's going to be worse. So have you noticed poor people? People who are poor, they don't talk to me like that. They're poor. If they are rich, you just say, don't talk to me. It's not the money that brought out them, it's them themselves. It's how the millionaires pray. They fast and pray. I never thought this how you would change when you have money. The first time I made my first million in Canada, I said, oh, so it's like this. And people, now that's what I do. When I do something like Jesus do, I take my time to make friends. I said Daniel was my friend. He's my friend. And I mean it, he was my friend. What I'm trying to teach us is that it's not when you get to certain status that your person is who you are now. By the time this brother becomes well known as one of the best ministers of music in the world, if you don't build the character now, when you get there, you lose himself. So relationship is supposed to build you. If your friends can't talk to you now because you are too full of yourself, you don't have problems. Because most of the time, we spend 80% of our time within the secular system. 20% maybe in church, around Christians, maybe. But you see, who are you when you're out there? We don't know some of us here when we're out there. Forget it, it's the way you dress. No, it's not the way you dress. It's who you are. Sorry, I have not started this sermon. It's too long. Okay. I'm just going to talk about how do you feed your relationship and build your relationship. I'm going to try to work with. Number one, very important thing is you need to work on your communication skill. Strong communication, strong relationships are built on effective communication. If you need to read books, read. If you need to go to classes for them, find time. How you communicate will affect everything in your life. Everything. I've been to sort issues with couples, and the problem is how they are talking to each other. One is speaking, the other is not hearing. Communication. You're going to have any good relationship at all, apart from marriage, which is the next later in life. Even in business, you have to have good communication skills. And it's not about the construct of English. It's how you perceive the person and how you respond to that person. You have to have strong communication. And when you have a relationship, do regular maintenance. Call each other out. How are we doing? I'm not talking about, I think every time I talk, I have to keep telling us it's not just romantic relationship. How are we doing if you are friends? I perceive you guys are friends into music, right? I perceive, and then you've been jamming together, and everybody sees you are friends. But once in a while, how are we doing as friends? Because whether you like it or you guys are going to grow, you're going to be rich, you're going to be famous. But if you don't have, then you have the maintenance thing, you will not call each other out, you will not look out for each other. How do you do that? You need to do regular maintenance. Number 3, always adjust your expectations as you go. Relationship evolves. Now, you see something, Jesus Christ started with 12, and there was a time he knew that he had grown to another level. And you know what he said? He said, you are no longer my servant, you are my friends. Because they have grown. Relationship grows. Relationship grows. A great relationship is about 2 things. First, appreciating the similarities. And secondly, respecting the differences. You must see that as well. The ultimate test of relationships is to disagree or to hold hands. I can disagree with you, and we should because we are different. But even at that, we still hold hands and say, okay, let's go on from here. How can we become better? While you're adjusting your expectations, some of my relationships have adjusted what I expect from somebody, what I don't expect from somebody. And so, once I've adjusted my relationship, I know where to go, where to move to, who to talk to. And see, God also values relationships. God's always looking for people to have a relationship with Him. And that's why God will tell you things that will not tell other people. It's based on relationship. There are some things you will pray, fast and pray before you have a portion of what God wants to do. And some people will just get into their car, they're driving, and God says, you know what, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. And God starts gisting with you. And say, why is that person different? Relationship. If you don't invest time with God, you don't maintain your relationship with God. It's when you're now in their need and you call Him. It will be difficult to hear Him. Relationship. So I've talked about a few things how you can maintain your relationship. Work on communication, do regular maintenance, adjust your expectation, create rituals. You see, people want relationship to grow, but they're not creating rituals around it. I have some friends, I'll call them up, I call somebody up and say, look, let's meet up for dinner. And we chat, we just eat, nice food, nice family doing. Have rituals. How many weeks? I can't see that. 15. Okay. We'll be fine. We'll be very fine. This topic is big, so I'm just speaking, and I'm trusting God will help you. I want to be as practical as we need. Relationship, it creates rituals. Meet up, go for walks together, pray together, go for dinners together, do things. Just enjoy building. You have a time you do that. I've had friends that end of the month, I say, let's meet up. And then we just eat, or go to the restaurant, or just do something together. I've tried to take some of my pastor colleagues, say, okay, let's meet up, let's go and do pedicure, manicure. Yes. I told you that we're coming now. I do pedicure, I do manicure. You need to take care of yourself. It's not the secret to female. That's why men are dying like chicken. So no, look out for yourself. And it's like, do you have time for that? Great time for everything. Build rituals. Build rituals. Okay, we're going to pray together at this time. Build it. You have a factor into it. You have to do that. Surprise each other. Your friends. I'm very particular, your friends. Where you can surprise each other without waiting for the bad if you are friends. And do it. You see, I think the whole world system has biased a lot of things. If I'm a guy now and I'm buying you a car, you are me, I didn't kill you. friends, you go out and I say, okay, that guy, that was my friend, he plays drum, and I see these drumsticks, very good one. I just buy it and just, oh, boy, I was going and saw this drumstick, I said to drop it off for you. That's friendship, that's relationship. Oh, I saw this house, and I said, it's good on you. You know, that's how you take care of relationship. You invest in it. You go, you just don't go. I'm trying to make us as practical as we can be, and we look out for ourselves when it comes to relationship. And not just because we want something out of it. It's just good. It helps you to cultivate the habit of giving also. And the more you give, the more your heart will become tender. It will become very tender. Tender means you come on a tender heart. The more you are like that and sensitive to other people's things, so that when they have problems, God will look for you to pray for them in the night. I have a friend, I didn't know she was going through a problem there. And so that time there was no GST or the mobile phone back in Nigeria. But we become best of friends, and God just wants you to pray for Tito. I was like, what's wrong? He said, just pray. She was about to backslide because the person who led her to Christ committed fornication and decided to abort and then died. That was the person that led her to Christ. And it was like, if this person had been born again before me, and now is dead, what's the point? She was on that verge. There was no cell phone. But God was like, oh, okay, who has a relationship with her? Then I prayed for her. When we met, and I said, on this social day, I had a body for you. I was praying for you. What happened? She told me this story. That's what God does with the tender heart. Because God is looking out for everybody. And He looks for somebody who has a relationship with you to bail you out of problems. You see, why do you think God allows us to speak in tongues? Because the devil is not just into music in heaven. The devil was in charge of justice. That's why we needed an advocate. Because every time the devil challenges you, he goes to God, he has evidence. And Jesus Christ has to defend you. So the devil is very versatile when it comes right standing, even though he's in wrong standing. But you see, because he has overseen the justice system in heaven, he can always bring allegation to me. That's why they call him accuser. So God has to come with systems. Okay, I don't want to divert too much. God has to come with systems to help you out. So when, for example, my friend is an ambassador and he has a problem, and God touches my heart to pray for him, and I tell God, I don't know what to pray for. God said, pray in the Spirit. I start praying in tongues. And I finish praying after 30 minutes and I'm released. And God says, okay. And then God sends an angel to intervene on his behalf. And the devil comes, why are you intervening? God said his friend was praying for him. And then the devil said, how did you know he was praying for him? He was praying in tongues. Do you understand tongues? And the devil said, one good relationship. By the time you pray in tongues and the devil will okay, he's praying for him. He doesn't know. Because the only person that understands is God. And God can say, what you pray for is that I should fight you. That's why I'm fighting you. Anyway, that's just my reason. I said you need to build rituals around your relationship. Plan surprises for each other. Plan for roadblocks. Roadblocks is that we're humans, we're going to disappoint each other. But when that disappointment comes, how do we handle it as friends in a relationship? I had a very nasty, a friend of mine wanted some big box of money, so I sent it to him. He said, I'll send it to you in a month. And 6 months later, he has not responded. Very unusual. I said, you have integrity, you said a month, 6 months. He didn't respond. And I got angry, and I sent him a nasty text. I said, you're a man of God. I expected integrity. No, he's a man of God. He runs a big ministry. You're a man of God. I don't expect this from you. If it's a congregation member, I will understand. I like it. Don't forget, the scripture said, relent to nations. but the scripture didn't tell you how you get your money back. So when I wrote to him, that was very apologetic. I said, I didn't expect from you. But see, I have to come with the style so that it will not destroy our relationship. I said, well, I just want to let you know I was hurt and disappointed. If I don't tell you, then we'll be lying to each other. See, he wrote back and said, oh, I hurt you. I'm sorry. But I'll make sure I catch up with it and then we'll talk later. Roadblocks, plan for them. Give each other space. This give, I just follow. Give each other space once time. I give my wife space. Not because I don't love her anymore. She needs to breathe. You need to understand that, and you have to deal with that concept. And when you have a relationship, either business relationship, any relationship you have, always know that you have a place that you can turn to for help. All of us will need help. Yes. When you turn to for help, it matters how it's going to last. When you turn to help, I'm sure I have 10 minutes more, or 7. 7. See, I know. Now, so we'll talk about relationship. I'm going to stop there. There's so much, but I hope you learned something. Yes. Now, when you talk about effective communication. Okay. Effective communication is going to be talking about speaking and listening to one another with an open mind. If you're going to effectively communicate. Don't go into communication with a bias and you have no intention. If this is what I'm going to tell him, or this is what I'm going to tell her, when it brings up this, you're not going to communicate. You have to go with an open mind. Now, first of all, you need all to set the scene for effective communication. One, check your feelings when it comes to communication before you go into it. Number 2, see if it's a good time to talk. It's not every time you talk about something. See if it's a good time to talk. And when you are communicating, stay calm. One of the challenges is this: assumptions are the termites of relationships. Once you assume something about your friend in your relationship, he's going to eat up that relationship because you already assume this is what's going to happen. And anytime you have to communicate, speak so that you are heard. And when you talk about speaking, say things, don't join too many things together. Be very clear. Speak slowly and speak clearly. I think we come from Africa, most of the people here from Africa, I assume. Some of them are born here. So in Africa, we shout, we talk, we talk, I talk, we talk. We are not effective when it comes to communication. Something happened, let me just put this joke. When I started working for the US government, they taught me how to listen, how to communicate effectively. And they taught me how to listen. So when I went back to Nigeria, I'm from Nigeria originally, Canadian and Nigeria. Anyway, I got home, my siblings are guys, and anytime we have such family meeting, everybody will be talking. I don't know how we understand ourselves. We always do. Now when I go back home, people are talking. And I was quiet. I was listening. My father was worried. He looked at me. He said, oh boy, you are quiet. I said, yes, I'm listening. He said, why? I said, I'm listening. Listening to what? Your brothers are talking to you and listening. You say your own. What kind of listening is this one? What did this one happen to you? You need to listen when it comes to the agreement, because you have to understand what the other person is saying. You need to listen. So, I affected my marriage as well, because every time my wife is talking, I'm always talking. And so when I learned how to listen, she was talking for like 30 minutes, I was quiet. He said, are you okay? I said, I'm fine. You are not talking. I said, yes. I said, I'm listening. So why? We need to listen. Anytime you're communicating, match your tone with your message. There is no confusion what you are trying to communicate. And so that's why people say, I don't understand what you're saying. It's because your tone and what you're saying are different. So you have to match your tone with what you say. And please be honest. Be honest when you're communicating. Try as much as possible when you're communicating to remove blames. Use I statements like, if you're telling somebody, like I was talking to my friend, I was telling him how I felt. So if you see something like this, like, I feel frustrated when you leave the dishes in the sink. You're saying what you're feeling. Look, the dishes is not the real thing, but it's the frustration I feel when you give them that. Focus on one topic at a time. People, when they are communicating, they jump so many things together. That's how you did last week. That's how I said, cool down. What are we doing now? Focus on what's in there. Listen with an open mind. Be aware of your body languages. Listen to your partner. Show your partner that you are listening by nodding and asking questions. Let your partner make their point and try not to interrupt. So you're going to communicate effectively. I guess.
Oh my God.
And don't worry, I finished. No, actually I'm finished. So I just decided to go through all this, what you need.
This one is breaking. Wait, this one. Excuse me. That one.
I was going to tell you the story. I was going to tell you the story of how the one and I became friends by the time we were. So how different relationships with different people have. Don't mention so many. What I'm saying, when you're communicating, it's important. You have an open mind. Don't assume anything. Be honest. Let the words you're speaking and the tone with which you're speaking it, let them sink. Not that they are communicating differently. So on that note, I have 1 minute. Thank you for listening. So what am I going to do? Agree with, right? Shall we change the target today? Let us continue. Our Father, we thank you so much. It's such a good time to share things together. But thank you because we have as a dad that looks out for each and every one of us. I commit to all my friends here into your hands. I pray that those who need to reevaluate their relationship, you give them wisdom to look into their relationships. Those who need to improve their relationships, the Father God, you will guide them how to go about it. In the name of Jesus. And Father God, let good relationship blossom from here that will last for a long time and that will be a supportive system for one another. Thank you so much, Dad, because you always answer our prayers. In Jesus' name we pray.
Please let's stretch our hands to the man of God that blessed us. And let's prophesy into his life. Let's pray that God will continue to bless him, shall continue to advance greater heights. His marriage shall not crash, shall not crumble. And God will continue to be with him, and none of the things he has shared with us shall stand against him on the day of judgment. And all his aspirations, all his goals, because even as one can be rich, there's always more. There's always more to be made, and there's always more people's lives you can affect and impact. So God will continue to advance him. God will continue to grow him in the mighty name of Jesus. In Jesus' name we pray.
Hi everyone. So I'll just take a few announcements. Firstly, we have two special people in our midst today that we must recognize. Please can we call Ina and Abel? It's their birthday today. Please come outside to our pastor. We're going to pray for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. You know, happy birthday. Happy birthday to
Can we pray for them? Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your children that are celebrating on this day. Our brother Enoch and they will be, Father, we bless you. It's a privilege that they are seeing yet another day. There are many that did the same birthday last year, but they are no more. We are grateful because we have granted these ones favor. Father, accept our worship on their behalf in the name of Jesus. There are so many things they still need to do. They have purposes to fulfill. We pray for them, Lord, that they will fulfill purpose. Everything, all the steps they need to take all the way. Father, help them to take it. And may they not be distracted along the way. Bless them abundantly. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
So I'll just take a few announcements and then we'll get into our game session. So please let's be reminded to just clean up after ourselves in the bathroom, wherever we are, even in the chapel. Don't just leave your things around. Also, the welfare team said I should tell you guys that when it's time for food, that you guys should please go and grab your food, because sometimes people go way later and they're expecting people to still be waiting for them. So please go and eat your food. Yeah, so I was also going to speak about the future session before. I mean, we can always take this one after the game session actually. So yeah, are you guys ready? Let everybody get into their teams, please. Same spot you were yesterday. Also, if you just came during the time where you don't have a team, please come forward. We'll give you we'll let you know what team you are in. Winning teams gather together. Please, I'm seeing some people are going outside.